I've been getting used to it, but there's been a lot of trial and error.
Anti-foreigner vibes. I feel like this would count.
Hi everyone, so it's been a while since I filmed these types of videos. I was just filming a video for work actually, and I had my makeup done and my hair done, so I thought I might as well just keep going with today and do another one here. So yeah, today we're going to do a bit of a Q&A about China. Some of you had asked me some questions about living in China, so I just want to answer those. I've been really busy these days. I started teaching at a school. It's been really great so far. My co-workers are really nice and everybody seems to get along, and also the kids are, I feel like they're really bright. Most of them really like to chat and are curious about many things, so I really like those types of classes where we can just have a conversation and talk about all different things. So yeah, that's been going good. It's been a huge adjustment because I worked from home for how long? I worked from home for like 8 years. Also, if you hear banging in the background, Popo is making ribs, so she is chopping those with her cleaver. So let's start with some of the questions. So the first one is, has it been hard at all adjusting to life in China? Short answer, yes. I think living in China has been a little bit difficult. I think it's very different from living in Canada. Just how everything is done is very different, so it's been a huge adjustment. Yeah, I think it's just been difficult. Jung has been adjusting to a different like work pace and work-life balance, and same with me. China is very like technology based, so everything is done through apps, and we really struggled in the beginning with that because you have to have all of these apps to use everything or to pay for things. But in order to do that, you have to have a bank account. You basically just have to have everything settled before those things can be settled. But sometimes it's just not as like clear cut of how to do everything. So it was a lot of back and forth between banks and the immigration office, and yeah. So it's been a lot of work. Things are settling down now though, so yeah, we feel a lot better about things. Things feel a little bit more natural. Our everyday life seems a little bit more normal. I think for myself, living in China has been a little bit hard because I have had like some losses back home, and that's been really tough on me. So I lost my aunt in December on Christmas. And then actually just a couple of days ago, I lost my grandma. So yeah, I think that's been something really hard to deal with. And I think moving to a new country and just having a lot of things to deal with, plus having that type of grief put on your plate is a lot, and it's overwhelming. Okay, the next one is, did your Mandarin get better? My Mandarin has gotten better, especially for just like daily conversation, asking for things. I think for the most part, I can ask for anything that I need. I think my listening has gotten a lot better as well because everything here is Chinese and everything's spoken in Chinese. It's very rare that anybody speaks in English to me here, so I think that's also been a difficult part for me, but I welcome that because I do want to improve my Mandarin, and I am up for that challenge. I do hope that I can be fluent within a year or so of living here. I'm currently working on my HSK4, so I hope to write that maybe at the end of this year or the beginning of next year, and then move on to my HSK5. So yeah, overall I think my Mandarin has gotten better. Also, I feel like Sophia's Mandarin is very good. She's pretty much fluent in Mandarin. She speaks very well. So I'm learning a lot from her too, because she'll say something to me, and if I'm like, oh, mama doesn't understand, she'll kind of be like, oh, okay. So it's pushing me to learn more and to understand her more, because I don't want to be annoying and have everybody repeat themselves so that I understand. So yeah, I've been listening carefully and trying to pick up on as much as I can. The next one is, do you regret anything? I would say no. I think this move was very much needed, and it comes with huge benefits for our family. So I think we came at the right time for us, and everything seems to be working out in our favor. So we don't regret anything. I think I really try to live my life without regrets, because you know, you never know what's going to happen or what would happen if you didn't do something. So I just kind of live with the motto of, you know, you just do your best and as long as you're happy, or as long as you're at least satisfied, then I think it's enough to not be regretful. And I think overall we've had a really great time here so far. It's been hard, but it's still been great. We've had great memories, and we're still excited to travel more of China and to learn more about Nanjing. And yeah, everything seems to be good so far, so no regrets. What's something you miss from home, and how do you deal? Other than friends and family, of course, would maybe be my kitchen. So in our last place, I had a very big kitchen with a great oven and just so much space, and it was just so easy to cook and bake. And I feel here it's very restricted. Our kitchen is very small. We barely have an oven. It's just like a little toaster oven type situation. I've been getting used to it, but there's been a lot of trial and error. Also, something that I really miss from home is going on road trips. Jung and I always used to go on road trips through the mountains, and I really miss the calmness of the mountains and like the really crisp, cool air, like especially in Canmore. I've really been missing that actually. I've mentioned it a few times to Jung where I'm just like, oh, I wish like we were waking up at 5 a.m. and going to Tim Hortons or McDonald's to get breakfast and a coffee, and then going on a 4-hour road trip to the mountains. And yeah, so I really miss that. I really miss driving. Yeah, Jung and I are going to get our license here. I don't know how comfortable I'll feel driving, but at least we'll have it. And maybe if we go to like the rural village or somewhere a little bit not in the city, I can drive and kind of get that feeling back. So the next question, is it how you expected? So I feel like it's not how I expected. I guess some parts are and some parts aren't. Technology China actually uses, especially for apps, I think we weren't expecting that our whole life would revolve around using apps for everything, like ordering groceries, taxis, getting trains and plane tickets, everything. Paying for things with WeChat and Alipay, and yeah, I think just everything here revolves around apps. So I think one of the things that we weren't expecting as well is just how much time it would take to actually settle down. I feel we've been here for about 10 months or so, and I feel like we're just settled now. Like things are settling down now. It's taken a long time. It took a long time for processing visas and work visas and resident stuff. What else? Medical exams, bank accounts. So I think I expected things to be a little bit more clear and the process to just be a little bit more smoother, but it's definitely not. yeah, maybe I can do a video about that later, about how that goes. The last one, have you encountered anti-foreigner vibes? I would say for the most part, no. I haven't had any anti-foreigner vibes personally. So far in Nanjing, people have been, for the most part, very kind and friendly, and they usually are curious about where I'm from. I often get mistaken for being Russian, so I usually just let them know that I'm Canadian, and that starts a conversation about how I feel about living in Nanjing and how long we've been here. So yeah, I think for the most part I haven't had anything out of the ordinary. Hey guys, so future Christina here. I'm just getting ready for work, and actually I was just about to upload my video, my Q&A video, and I just remembered that I forgot to put something in there about the anti-foreigner vibes. I feel like this would count. So in Nanjing, it was really hard to find a place that would rent to foreigners. So we looked at a bunch of places, and then once the owners found out that we were foreigners, they were like, oh, no thanks. So yeah, I don't know if it's a COVID thing, if it was like they were just afraid that we would just pick up and leave. But even with Jung's mom being Chinese, they still wouldn't sign to us. We eventually found one that signed to us, and we put Jung's mom on there as well. And then also in China, there's a lot of hotels where you can't stay at if you're a foreigner, because they're not able to register you at the police station. So every time as a foreigner, if you leave the city and go to another city in China, you have to register at the police station. And then when you come back into your city, you have to re-register. So maybe those are considered anti-foreigner vibes, or just like foreigner headaches that you'll have to deal with. Nobody has said anything to me that gave off anti-foreigner vibes. I've come across like some people who maybe weren't as friendly, but I feel like it wasn't anti-foreigner. I feel like it's maybe just their personality. Like maybe they're like that towards anybody. Thank you guys so much for your questions. I really enjoyed answering them. I'll do another one of these probably soon. So if you have any questions at all, just let me know down below, and I would be happy to answer them. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.